Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent and Zilliqa. If you know, if you've followed the channel, if you're a subscriber to the channel, you know I like to talk about Zilliqa, about what they're up to, what they do, and what's going on. And I want to give you some few updates that have been going on, and what sort of some of the price actions that we can look in regards to Zilliqa. Now, if you haven't come across Zilliqa, make sure you do by checking out the website zilliqa.com. Make sure you read the white paper, go through the website, and understand what they're up to, how it works, and all about it, because it really is an amazing ecosystem. But on a short video, we're not really going to cover off all that Zilliqa is. And again, remember that the channel is here to provide you the information, very quick, small bite-sized videos, and then it's up to you to go away and actually, back up the things that I've been talking to you about, so that you can make an informed decision about whether to get into this particular crypto, for example. Now, Binance will support staking of Zilliqa later this month. So it was announced a while back that this was going to occur. And this is from 2020, and we talk about like how staking Zilliqa is so good. And we look back now, back in 2020, when they announced that they were going to allow people to stake Zilliqa on there, and since then it has gone strength to strength. And it goes to show why it's important to be in things long term and have a long term perspective on things, right? So if you look today, like Zil is now available on the Binance widget, it's available on Binance.us, it's available on Binance.com, it's available on all of it, and to the point where they've actually put a very simple feature widget on the website. I want to spend this, I want to buy that. You click on buy Zil, it takes you straight to Binance.us, and they're making it as easy as possible. But back in 2020, June 30, when they said that Binance will support the staking of it, it just sometimes it's nice to see articles from a while back to showcase just how far things have come. And that's why I wanted to show you this, because back then what they were talking about was, if you look at this, right, they were talking about a 0.005 Zilliqa, right, at 0.005. And then they were talking about, like it's going to go up, and, it's going to go up to 2 cents. And look at what it is, where it is today, and where we are, and how far Zilliqa has come. And we're talking about a year ago, right? This article was a year ago. And, obviously, like, it took a dip, obviously, like everything else, took a market correction. But from where this was to where it is now, it's incredible how fast things grow. So now we're going to look at Zilliqa is building a bridge to Ethereum, testing on begin in July. So the rollout, right? So I'll be very curious to come back to you on the 29th of June next year and bring this up again and be like, so where are we at a year from now? And that's what's really important. So I do want you to go out there and learn more about the Zilliqa Ethereum bridge to bring interoperability in an age of DeFi. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. I'm sorry, guys. But what's really fascinating is how big will this impact be, and what is that going to do to the entire Zilliqa ecosystem, right? We'll look back on this in a year from now and be like, wow, that was pretty massive what occurred there. Now, Coinbase CEO, we plan to list every crypto asset where legally viable. And this article that came out, and this statement that came out, made a lot of people salty, because the exchanges haven't really been giving themselves a favor by listing meme coins, shit coins, all these type of coins out there in the marketplace, while solid, hardcore projects like your VeChains and your Zilliqas are still not on the Coinbase platform. So I understand what he's saying, and I understand, the CEO, what he said, every crypto asset, as long as it is legal, we want to have it on our system. But the exchanges have a long way to go, because there are some absolute gold mines out there that for some reason they haven't listed yet. And the question is, why? If you can list Shiba, how can you not list VeChain or Zilliqa? Like, how, in what world does that happen? And it confuses the marketplace, and it confuses people, and that's why people get really frustrated. So it was pretty frustrating to see that happen. Do we see a day where Zilliqa and VeChains will be on Coinbase? Of course we do. It's just a matter of them to hurry up so we can get to it. Let's jump into a timeline. Let's have a look at Zilliqa today. Okay, so when we look at Zilliqa today, it's had a massive rise, right? So we had 16.90% rise in the last 24 hours, and that is, that is one of the biggest movers, 17% at the time of making this right now. And if we look at the price action and how quickly it moved, like it has literally lifted off, with a 17% rise and still going today. That is a massive run. Now, when we look at the hourly chart, we can see here like the kind of hourly chart that I've made. It went out of the Bollinger Band twice already and is moving really, really fast. It was in the oversold in the RSI there about 4 times already, but don't look at RSI on the hourly chart. Always look at it from a 4 hourly and beyond. But when we look over here, like on the 4 hour, it's completely out of the Bollinger Band, and the MACD, the movement is massive. So very, very good to see. One of the biggest movers of the last 24 hours, and whichever way you look at it over here, it is moving. It is moved into bullish as well on the MACD on the daily, and I think we are set for a very, very nice July when it comes to Zilliqa. There's a lot going on here, but a 70% movement is so fascinating to watch. And where are we going to end up when we look back, by the end of July? Now, let's jump into some of the drawings. Let's see what they tell us. So when we look at the price and some of the drawings at the moment of what's been going on and what's been happening, there are some key take profits available out there depending on how bullish you are. 15 cents, 18 cents, for 20, 22, 25 cents. Depends on your strategy. Now remember, they are in USDT format. Now when we look more long term, I think the next stop that we're going to be making is probably around the 30, 33 cents mark. Then go sideways for a little bit. And, I think in 2021, you will see $1.30 Zilliqa. That's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I think this ecosystem is going to be surprising a lot of people. And I've been talking about it for months now, about how good Zilliqa will be in 2021. And I think now we're going to start to see the fruits of that, because the movements that are going to be coming fast. And I think that this ecosystem is ready to rock and roll. From here, I think 13 cents in the short term, like in the very, very short term, will be a move up to that. Is sort of sit within that window, and then as we go forward, obviously we need to now steady find our way towards 24 cents, break out of that, and then once we break out of that, we will go towards 38 cents and beyond. So be on the lookout for all these numbers, because they're all coming in the not too distant future. But as far as the future of Zilliqa moving forward, I think the future looks very, very bright. I mean, you got a target of $1.01. Later on, there will be a movement towards $2.50 as we move to, in 2022 and beyond. Don't be surprised in the couple of years' time if you are seeing a $20 per Zilliqa token, but you're going to be willing to ride that out. Are you going to be here 3 years from now holding your Zilliqa tokens when they were just 8 cents? That's up to you to decide, not me. I cannot decide that for you. If you have the patience to be here in 2023 telling us about, a couple of years back when you could get it for 8 cents, then I think, Zilliqa will be one of those long-term projects that will definitely reward you. Now, if you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe as always. Thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.